Hi, thank you for tuning in. This is the first video I've made in quite a while. Basically, I wanted to talk about uh, shaving, wet shaving for you new people into it, and even the people who've been around for a minute, and share my experience. I spent like a solid 4 months deep diving into wet shaving, trying to get like the most bang for my buck and just the best experience. I wanted to share some of my insights, things that made my experience a lot better. Like if nothing else, get yourself like some like actual shaving soap and a brush. If for nothing else than to improve your shaving if you're using a cartridge razor. I got away from cartridges. Like the whole reason I got into wet shaving was because I would shave once twice a week at most to keep the hair down. I hate having beards. I'm okay with 5 o'clock shadow. That's what I have, and I'll shave later. But no, I would like once or twice a week in the shower, wash, and then douse my face in hair conditioner, and then shave in the shower once down, once up, and that was it. Knew nothing about aftershaves or aftershave bombs or anything about that and properly taking care of my face. So I was using Mach 3 turbo razors. So, that was an experience. Didn't have like problems with ingrown hairs or anything. I have really coarse, thick hair and it's soft now, but whatever. Anyway, the point was I got into wet shaving because I wanted to turn shaving from a horrible, terrible experience that I had to deal with. I hate beards, so it's like I had to shave into a better experience. And I did. And there's a lot of avenues. There's a couple of key things. Like as far as hardware, the equipment you need, get yourself some shaving soap. This is the most important part. This and a shaving brush. As silly as it sounds, properly, I don't know why I did that. It's just a proper thing you do. The most important thing is proper lubrication on your face for shaving. Like having the blade, like you have to understand, shaving cream cans are just weird chemicals that do not provide proper protection or slickness. And most people don't know how to correctly shave and get a good experience. Like, they just force, and they'll use blades. They'll use the same little cartridge head for like several months, and it's dull and it's terrible and whatever. And it's expensive. Like, I did the math. I won't go into details, but from shaving from 18 until 2 years ago, I probably spent $2,000 just in razors. Like buying the disposable razors, Mach 3 turbos and stuff, and using just it's terrible. Now I'm basically $300 for to shave for the rest of my life. I'm 38 years old, so that's very convenient. I'm about to get to the information now. Basically, my first tip is try a couple of brands of shaving soap. Understand that your water quality will affect the quality of your shave. Like if you have hard water, depending on what shaving puck you have, because there's a couple of good brands, Barrister and Man, um, Sterling, Noble Otter is my to go to. Like for like dollar for a dollar, it is the best you can get price wise for $20. You can also get Chala, which is a almond based shaving soap. You can get vegan shaving soaps. I personally feel that anything made with beef tallow is going to give you the best slickness. That's not true for everyone. Some people swear by Linden. I forgot what. Basically, sheep fat. Soap is made with fat, by the way. Watch Fight Club. Good information there. But no, the proper lubricant, there's ingredients in here that help lubricate your face, moisturize, does all the things, soften the hair to cut easier. That's important. Also, a shaving brush. This is a Badger. It's by Sterling. I love this brush, but it fans out kind of big. You can get a cheap synthetic, which is just synthetics work great. You just gotta work with more water because they don't hold water like Badger Brush. Boar hair can be great, but they're difficult to learn how to use. I don't recommend them. So, get a nice Badger Brush or get a synthetic. Start with a synthetic. Synthetics are great. So, buy some soap, buy a brush, try it out. As far as safety razors, this is a Rockwell 6S stainless steel razor. I would recommend picking up the 6C, which is, I forgot what the metal is. It's cheaper. It's like $60, but it comes with 3 plates. Like this top spins and you can separate. You look up. Look up the Rockwell 6C. I would recommend that as your first safety razor. Even if you don't keep it and go into other razors, I recommend that one because the most important part is it comes with this bottom part is changeable with 6 plate settings. So you can go from very mild to very aggressive because the blade gap in the razor goes from a little tiny to lots of braid space, which having setting 6, when you don't shave for like 3 weeks, you'd be like, just mow for everything. It's super effective. Or switch to the 1 plate and go up against the grain of your facial hair. Which, by the way, when you're shaving, look at your hair. Look how it grows. Like all this is growing down. But down here, this hair here grows that way. So, on my face, I shave down, down, down. Here, I have to shave out. That way I don't mess up my face and stuff. And right here, I have some weird hair right here. Like, I can shave perfectly up here and here, but here, it's like shaving up. It's like, really terrible, which is kind of weird. So map your face and the way your hair grows. Just like grow out and be like, oh, okay. Because this, you can kind of tell it's just, that's silly. Sorry. But yeah. Where was I? Shaving soap, shaving brush. You can stick to cartridges. I recommend switching to these because once you switch to a safety razor, and it's different. Angle matters because it doesn't adjust. You have to know, like you learn the correct angle to hold it. I love this razor, but underneath the nose is difficult. I have to do that to get around. I do have a mole here, which shaving is difficult, so I just take a pair of tweezers and pluck the few hairs. Thankfully, I have very few, but if you have a mole or something, I pluck them. Also, your eyebrows, you should pluck them for the most part. I do have this mostly cleaned up, but I'll just be careful because your eyebrows take forever to grow back. Manscaping, man cleaning your face. Razor blades, if you get into safety razors, wet shaving, there's a couple of different brands. I like Gillette Silver Blues. These are without question my favorite blades to shave with. You'll hear people talk a lot about Feather and Persona. Feather is great if you don't mind having, either you'll love them or you'll be like, it's like shaving with shattered glass. It's just a bunch of micro tears because they're supposed to be the sharpest blades on the market. And sometimes you don't want the sharpest. Sometimes you just want a medium sharp blade and stuff, and that's important. So if you get into safety razors, you can go to like Razor Emporium and stuff, and they'll have razor packs like where you'll get a sample of 5 razor blades, which, by the way, these things are cheap. They're so cheap. Like the Silver Blues I spent $15 for 100 of these, so they're basically 15 cents a pop, which is way cheaper than Mach 3 Turbo cartridge razors. Like, oh my god. And I usually get 3 to 5 shaves per blade, like just perfectly sharp. So that's the thing. As for aftershave products, by the way, actually, I'll save that for a minute. Aftershave products, I highly recommend getting a stencil stick or an alum block in case you nick yourself and you start bleeding profusely. You'd be like, you get wet, you rub it on our spot, it'll sting a little bit depending on your tolerance for pain, and it'll stop the bleeding so you don't just paper whatever. So alum block slash stencil sticks, very very important. Aftershave products, some people love aftershave splashes. This is Noble Otter's Jack. If you like gin, Emil and musk and lemon lime stuff, this stuff is amazing. Oh my god, like I absolutely love this scent. uh but no, this stuff is great. It's got a little bit of witch hazel and other moisturizing, skin healing stuff that makes your face feel better. I get very, very little sting from it. It also had glycerin, sorry, in it. So it's really, really good for your face for healthing and sterilizing your face. So highly recommend Noble Otter's aftershave splashes, and they smell amazing. You also have aftershave balm, which is it's lotion for your face, but with added stuff to heal your face, to make it feel better, to soothe it, which I highly, highly recommend. Either use a good aftershave splash or aftershave balm for healing your face. I cannot begin to express how important having those in your arsenal are. If nothing else, as I said, use shaving soap. After that, start using these products, because there was a good minute there I could use you like shave with the soap, and my face was fine. It didn't hurt. There was no problems. I could almost put nothing on, just be happy afterwards. The aftershave splash and the balm, which by the way, you can use both. You don't need to use both. Like the splash, if you use the splash and the balm, you put the splash on first, let it dry, then you put the balm on, then you layer it. If you put the balm on first, then the splash, you're just diluting it and messing it up. That's an important thing to know. Splashes are great for summer and spring. Balm is great for especially winter to keep your face from drying out, which is good to know. And there's several brands you can try, whatever. But yeah, the last thing I will add for to be smart about the finances. Don't buy scented soap. You can buy scented soap. If this is the only part of the process you're going to use, you can buy it scented. Especially if you love the scent. I do. They don't make Jack's shaving soap anymore, which is a tragedy. But Noble Otter has other scents. I realize it is better to buy unscented soap and buy your aftershave splashes and balms with the scent. That way you can buy one puck of soap and have a bunch of different aftershave splashes, which the scent is way more stronger and lasts better that way. So you can save a good bit of money that way. Just it's like clean unscented soap, and then mix and match your other scent products afterwards. So you can buy one puck of unscented soap, and you can buy every other scent available in a splash, and it almost counts as a cologne too. So that's my advice. So to recap, at least use shaving soap and a brush. It will make your experience way better. The aftershave splash and balm is great for healing your face and making the experience less painful. Plus, if you find scents you really like, you can get unscented too, by the way, which I highly recommend having, because you never know what the situation may be. And sometimes you want to give your sense of smell a rest. Buy those. And if you get into safety razors, get the Rockwell 6C. That way you can figure out what aggression level you like, and then you can explore and try others and be like, oh, I want this size gap. I want a medium aggression, whatever. The world is your oyster. You have so many options. This is the best time to ever get into it. and I hope this is helpful. There's a deep rabbit hole you can go down to learn way more about this stuff. There's plenty of other YouTubers. I highly recommend watching some videos on how to shave with the safety razor. Sorry, I'm tired. To help develop your technique, because it's going to take a couple of tries to get it right. Don't just go, it's not for me. They're like, no, no, no. Technique is very important. And once you develop it, you can do it. Like my first time shaving, it would take me 20 minutes, but I was also doing 3 passes, like 1, 2, 3, one with, one against, and one across the grain. It's like, oh, baby smooth. Which in the beginning, do not chase baby smooth, just chase acceptable. Just learn your technique, learn your thing, enjoy it, relax. Eventually you can shave your whole face within 3 minutes. Just Also, when you do your shaving, your wet shaving with your soap, get your brush wet, lather it up with the soap. Better to use more soap than less, especially in the beginning when you're learning, and just keep adding a little water. Keep adding a little water. See how far you can take it and build it up into the nice, thick Santa Claus beard shaving, whatever. And it's important to note, like if you use a badger brushes will have a smell. Most of them do. There's a couple of ways to get rid of smell. Number one is just use it until the smell goes away. Number two is wash it thoroughly with shampoo and then hit it with conditioner and then wash it out thoroughly and then lather it up with your shaving soap if it has a scent to it, or Dawn dish soap, and just wash it that way and let it sit for a couple of days until all the smell's out. Which once it is, I have a hard time going back to synthetic after using a badger brush. It's really, really nice, but it's not for everyone. And again, it's a badger. Badgers, they smell. They smell. Badgers and skunks are the same species. They're related, so they smell. But yeah, that'll do it. I really hope this helps you guys out, and I'm sorry for the camera angle, and I just really quick want to put this out there to help other gentlemen or people who just are miserable shaving. A lot of guys have beards for no other reason than they just hate shaving. And this changed my life. This made my life better, and I hope it makes yours better. Be blessed and good luck in everything you do.